Hello YouTube and welcome to another Windows tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to explore the Excel workbooks file structure. So are you ready? Let's get started. Did you know that actually an Excel file is a collection or a bunch of zipped XML files? So in this video I will show you how you can see that. So first of all, let's open just an Excel file as an example. So here, let me just open this file here. So as you can see, it's a very simple file which contains just two columns. So the first column is first name with some first names. So here I put just 3 lines, and the second column is actually the last name. So now we're gonna see how actually this file or Excel file is structured. Okay, so in order to do that, there is a simple trick that you can see actually the content of this Excel file. So I will just close my file here. So as you can see here, it's on my desktop. So the trick is actually to change the extension of this file. So by default, the extension of an Excel file is XLSX. So I will try to rename it, okay, to a zip file. So I'll change that extension to zip and hit enter. So here I'm getting the message, are you sure you want to change it? So I will just hit yes. So now I have a zip file that I can open with any utility, or I can just open it using Windows Explorer. So here I'm using actually a WinRAR, but you can just right click on it and open it using Windows Explorer, okay, if you want. So me, I'm gonna open it using WinRAR. Et voila, as you can see now, my Excel file actually is a bunch of folders that contain some XML files. So the first folder actually is just a relationship folder. The second one is actually some metadata, so you can just enter and to see the content of this folder here. So you can see it contains 2 XML files. But the main folder, which is very important, is this folder here called XL, which contains our data. So now let's try to see if we can actually read our data that we have written before in our Excel file. So I will enter this file here, and here let's, for example, open this shared strings XML file. So I can just drag and drop it to my desktop. Okay, and let's, for example, open it using any text editor. So me, I will be using Notepad++, but you can open it using any Windows browser, for example. So let's open it using Notepad++, and here we go. So as you can see, the data that we have entered in our Excel file actually are here in this XML file called shared strings. So here you see the first name, family name, and the data. Okay, now let's try to find actually the colors that we have put. So you remember that we have 2 colors, the red color and the green color as background colors. So let's close this file here, and here you see a file called stars. So maybe this file contains actually the colors. So let's open it using also. Okay, so here we go. Here we see actually a tag called fonts, and in fact I'm using a font called Calibri. Okay, so this is the actual font I'm using in my Excel file, And here just at the bottom you see some foreground color, okay, and the background color that I'm using in my Excel file. So in fact all the data and the styles that I have actually inserted in my Excel file is translated to a bunch of XML file. So each XML file here in my folder contains some data related to the Excel file, okay, and we can actually return back to our Excel file just by renaming the zip file here to back to Excel file. So I'll rename it back to XLSX Excel file. So of course I have to change it. I will hit yes. So let's open it again and see if it really has as font Calibri. In fact, yes, I'm using the Calibri font. So all the data that we have found inside the XML file match what we have here in this Excel file. Just remember that an Excel file actually is a bunch of zipped XML file. So that was just a brief introduction to Excel files. As always, I hope it has been informative for you, and I want to thank you for viewing. Bye bye.